What's up, guys? Welcome back to hour number 3. If you didn't watch hour number 2, please go do so, and don't watch any more. And with that spoiler, or hint to spoilers out of the way, let's continue on with week number 4, hour number 3 here of RollPlay R&D. Steven, go ahead, I guess.
So, Duncan and Lobelia, you hear from up the stairs, "Oh, fuck this! Blimey!" And you see a light. You hear 2 pairs of feet go out the off the back stairs there. Now, what are you two doing now that you've seen Lady Amsel and Fink both get consumed and subsumed by this creature? This thing is actually sort of like leaking from numerous pores in it now. Like, it actually looks like it's been seriously damaged by what you guys have done to it now. What's the plan?
I'm once again.
First of all, has it reacted to the potion that I threw into it yet?
You thought that it sort of like peeled away from you a little friendly.
Okay. Friendly? All right. Well, I kind of like, I'm going to back up against the wall a little bit. And JP, what does Sir Duncan do?
I'm still very pissed off that it killed Lady Amsel, so I'm going to try to finish the job and kill this thing with another earth-shattering note. And we'll spare the ears of the viewers. So,
okay, wonderful. Roll it.
2d6 plus 1. Fuck. Mark XP.
Yep. All right, so...
I just want to know, 666 just happened and they all died.
Can I make another one?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
That's a hit.
All right, so that means that either... What is it? Let's see here. I need to look at your sheet.
It either loses control or I
choose an additional target nearby. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's going to have to be Lobelia.
Yeah. Hopefully it kills this thing. The 4.
4 damage. Okay. So that's...
I'm just chipping away at Lobelia, too.
Yeah, Lobelia, you take 4, and then it's negated by your armor, whatever that is. And Lobelia, what's your reaction? Are you trying to stab this thing still, or... it doesn't seem aggressive towards you. Actually, it's sort of pushing forwards and starting to like peel itself around you to try and get at Duncan.
So I yell, "Stop! Halt!" Because I would not say stop. I'd probably say halt. Halt, and see if it stops what it's doing.
It continues oozing around you.
Okay, well then I don't feel that it's my ally.
Well, it's not oozing over you.
Okay, I'm still going to back up behind it because, I mean, if I'm flanking it, I'm going to do more damage. So I'm just going to kind of...
Sure.
Like, sit, because it's like going past me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's him? Okay.
Is this thing moving towards me now?
Yes, it's moving towards you.
I'm going to do the only thing I know how to, and it's kill this thing. So we're going to try another shrieking note. I can't know your HP, so hopefully I don't kill you here.
You still got your rapier too, right?
Yeah, but that would mean I die if I roll poorly. This one just puts someone else in harm. Please roll well. Fuck!
No! Okay. So
I hope this kills Lobelia here. Here's the damage.
Roll your damage, and then I'll tell you what happens.
7.
7.
Are you dead, Maggie?
No.
Okay.
But from up the stairs, you hear a shriek as Chana collapses, and we, as the viewers, our camera flies up the stairs through these stone steps, through this cold stone passageway, and see Chana fall, collapsing against the stone circle as her ears like bleed. And she falls, tipping over the stone into this black pool, and she's submerged, and she just vanishes beyond the veil.
Okay.
Now, you deal 7 damage to this thing. It's still alive. Lobelia, you are now behind it. It's advancing towards Duncan rapidly now. It looks hungry. What are you doing, Lobelia?
Well, it's not listening to me, so I'm going to whip out another dagger, and I'm gonna give it some love. So let's see how much that does.
Okay, hang on. Don't roll, because it is so surprised and so friendly to you, you don't even need to roll. You can just straight deal your damage. And you're backstabbing, so you can choose to deal your damage or roll plus dexterity and choose those benefits when you backstab.
My dexterity is amazing, so I'm intrigued. What does this mean? Good sir.
Well, it's your backstab move. When you attack a surprised or defenseless enemy with a melee weapon, do you want to throw your dagger or do you want to melee? You may choose to either deal your damage or roll plus dexterity. On a 10 plus, you can choose 2. On a 7 to 9, you can choose 1.
Oh, I'm definitely going to do the backstab. So, because like
Awesome.
dexterity is what it's all about. So 2d6 plus 3. Let's see if I get what I get. And that is 10. So that means I get to choose 3. I'm going to deal
2.
my damage plus 1d6. I'm
Cool.
going to... let's see. I'm going to create an advantage plus 1 forward to my ally, which is going to be the lovely and wonderful Duncan. And then I'm going to reduce their armor by 1 until they repair it.
So you only get to choose 2, which is good because it doesn't have any
I thought
armor.
I got 10.
Yeah, you got a 10, so you get to choose 2, not 3.
Okay.
Sorry. That's different between some moves.
Okay.
But that's great. So roll your damage and roll plus 1d6.
So it's 1d8 plus 1d6, which is 8 damage.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
Duncan, remember you get a plus 1 when you roll your next.
Yep. All right, so this thing shudders and like its back sort of splits open and like neutralized acids begin leaking out all over the floor around it. It looks at death's door. Duncan, would you like to do the honors?
How far away is this thing from me?
It's within like melee range of you.
I turn to Lobelia's behind it, right?
Yes.
So
and you can see it.
Duncan like puts his flute up to his mouth, and then he puts it down. And he goes, "It would be a better story if you killed it." And then I put the flute to my side and I walk out of the dungeon.
Oh, you look offended. Keep in mind, we're all dead, so, you know.
He just fucking abandoned me. That's like completely different. I was like, fuck. After Amsel fucking died, I fucking chased that thing. No.
Okay.
I'm pissed.
So, what do you do?
Duncan, you're an asshole. What?
Sorry.
Is he
can you
literally?
guys tell I'm
Does he
having
get
a lot of
away?
fun with this?
Does he get
What were you
away?
asking?
Does Duncan run away and get away?
Yeah, I mean, he's at the top of the stairs now. There's a gelatinous cube between you and him.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna try to like run out of the dungeon, fucking asshole. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wait, okay, wait, can I like step in for a moment?
Yes.
Let us tell the tale of what happened in part 2. So we walk in this thing, a bunch of gargoyles try to kill us, and like seconds after it's done, I'm like, let's feel the crack. And Lobelia's like, all right, and I feel it, and I'm like, I don't know, it seems horrible. And I just go down, and I get stuck, and I sense something there, and then it starts to burn me. And then the cube shows up, and we're all talking to one another about ideas regarding the cube instead of doing anything to the cube at all.
That's the best part to me.
Yeah, and
Hey, I was throwing daggers at the thing.
Yes, Lobellia was contributing.
Like, I'm sitting there, like, facing this way with acid, like, he's just burning me, and you're like, throwing daggers, and everyone else is like, wow, he is being burned likely to death.
Lady
Wow, that's
Amsel
horrible.
helped
Amsel
out.
didn't
She was,
want to
like,
go down there in the
sticking
first
her-
place.
She was
Yeah.
taking her staff and helping. I was assisting her. Like, we were
She knew.
fucking helping.
Duncan's escorting her graciously down the stairwell, and then her foot gets trapped in the acid, at which point she says, quickly, throw a knife to make a hole in the acid so I can get that torch. And Lobelia's like, you got it. Throws the dagger, and Amsel just burns to death. She just plunges her arm into it. It's like, wah! So, and then
I
it goes
got
away.
the torch.
Yeah, you hold onto the torch like I did, and you evaporate. And then I chased after it, and I magic-fied a rock and threw it at the acid cube and then punched it until I died. And then fucking... So the acid goes around you and Duncan's like, this is bad for stories, and leaves.
Well, technically, Duncan's story, like, you finished it, right?
Well, that's not how Duncan would tell it, but yeah, that is the story that he will tell.
God, Amsel in distress, and I can't wait to hear how he portrayed
Lady Amsel. That's a wonderful recap. Lobelia, this thing has 1 hit point left. Do you just want to put it out of its misery?
I'm gonna put it out of its misery.
Punch it. Please punch it.
Just like tear into it.
Please. Hack and slap.
I mean, I was gonna throw a dagger at it. Was what I do.
How do you feel?
Look at Steve's face. He's like, oh my god, what just happened?
Punch it. Punch it. Punch it. The soul of
No,
poor
I'm not
dead
punching. I'm
Frank.
gonna throw a dagger at it because that's the most damage. I don't want him to fail.
Garen thinks you should totally punch it.
You fling your final dagger into this thing, and it just bursts apart and like falls to the floor, splooshing the walls with neutralized acid.
And while I'm doing this, I'm like crying because my like Lady Amsel and Fink are dying. Like I am like a mess.
Lobelia.
That'll do, Belle. That'll do.
What did you say, Steven?
I want to know how Lobelia feels about Duncan.
I'm pissed. I'm gonna fucking kill Duncan. He just fucking abandoned me.
Okay. So let's see.
I was already mad at him before we got in the dungeon, and I thought it was like a petty thing. So I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna get over it. We're gonna deal with it. But now he abandoned me in this like ridiculous situation where 2 of our friends just died. I am like irate at this point.
Lobelia, you begin dashing up the stairs, and as you pass over the corpse of the gelatinous cube, you see a glimmer of silver amongst the detritus. Do you want to pursue Duncan, or do you want to get that silver?
I also my gem's probably totally in there and it seems valuable.
Yeah, there's
the
a big old...
thing for Lobelia is she has a thing for shiny things. And her daggers are in there. She's got to recoup those. She probably wants to grab the adventuring pack that my dear friend Fink left and see what's in that. You know, she's probably going to grab everything that she possibly can in that situation, and then she's going to avenge the death of her lovely, awesome freaking friends, Lady Amsel and the wonderful Fink.
All right, awesome. So you pause momentarily to rifle through the remains of this thing. And so you recover the large sapphire-colored gem that was in Fink's pouch. And his bones are scattered on the floor, intermingled with Lady Amsel's. You managed to recover a small pouch of coin from inside of the adventuring pouch, but everything else was destroyed. Would you roll 2d20 plus 1d6? Holy shit!
Wow, that's good rolls.
I rolled 40, just so you guys are aware.
So Fink was holding out on you, Lobelia. He had 40 coin in his adventuring pouch, and he didn't.
Borrowed money from you, man.
Don't mark
And
me to be a
I
bastard.
even gave him some coin because I'm like,
I didn't. No, don't desecrate. No, you guys. Garen thinks you're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
Have that money.
And you turn about to leave, and then you see a bone that looks a little different from the others, and you reach down to examine it, and you pick it up. And at the end of it, there is like a leather wrapping that holds a bright red gem in place. And what you hold in your hand is some kind of magic wand. You don't know what it does. But as a thief, you can try to activate magical devices if you roll plus your intelligence. So on a 10 plus, the device goes off without any problem. On a 7 to 9, let's see here. Okay. I'm making a move. I'm making up a move. So I'm going to type this into our Skype call. 10 plus, device activates. 7 to 9. Choose one. Vice activates. Yeah, here it is.
Bad smell.
Vice activates, but choose one. And the first option is going to be lose 1 charge. And the second option is going to be affect a second target GM's choice. And the third option is going to be... let me think. What could it be? Lose a charge, affect a second target, half damage. Half. Effect is halved. Yeah, cool. So there you go. We have a new move for our thief who can activate magical devices. You charge up the stairs after Duncan, and you realize that he's nowhere to be seen. And we're going to fade to black on this scene. Now, Lobelia, you are dedicated to continuing your crusade against this horrible dungeon, right?
Yes, but I'm probably not going to accomplish it alone. So I'm going to retreat. I have not found the Duncan. He has disappeared from sight. I don't know if he's hiding somewhere that I'm unable to see, but he has been hiding quite well. I'm unable to find him. I searched for quite a long time because I'm very frustrated and very angry, and I want to avenge my lovely friends here. And, you know, I'm keeping these pictures and these things in my mind. And as I travel back to the town of Joan, Joan, Joan is the owner over there who I know quite well. I'm going to go back and try to find some friends who might help me out and tell the story and then tell what has happened while I was there.
Awesome. Okay, so I've seen a couple of people talking about me clicking a pen. That's actually my pet rats over here drinking from their...
Oh, I was like, well, sorry. Sean's not tapping. I wonder who that actually is.
During halftime, we get quite a little drum roll from Sean, just an FYI.
I figure out how to fix my headphones, which my cat chewed through the cord, by the way, and that's why I'm using my camera microphone, so it's picking up everything. That's why you're hearing my rats drinking from their water bowl. Let's fast forward 2 weeks or so and hear who Lobelia has found back in Joan to help her continue to crusade. So, djWHEAT.
Yes, hello.
Who do you want to play now?
I am now playing the magnificent Lord Wyman, the greatest bard in all of the land. You think you had a bard before? Well, let me tell you, he is a bard no more. His story has been told, and all of his songs are really old. Lord Wyman is here to stay. I'm the bard.
Awesome.
And I find him the perfect bard for my party because I see that Duncan was a fantastic friend to me. He helped me quite a few
Wait, I thought you hated Duncan. I was going to make a bond that you don't trust me because he totally ran out on you.
No, Duncan was my friend before. But he was actually the closest one before I met Fink. Remember? Like, Duncan and I had a con going. We had a friendship. Okay. And Duncan slowly abandoned me and was like, I don't want to help you. I don't want to be part of this. And he started making and forming his own relationship with Joan without me. So I would agree. I might not trust bards as closely as I would, but if I was going to join and have a bard be part of my party, it would have to be the best of the best.
So, like, how did you find Lord Wyman? Lord Wyman, how about this? Lord Wyman, how did Lobelia find you?
There we go. All right.
Well, I was performing one of my amazing performances at a place you might have heard of before called the Cat's Paw. I was the main attraction, and of course, people from all around the land came to see me. It was Belle who laid her gorgeous eyes upon my wonderful performance, and she said to me, "Sir, I'd like you to go on this adventure." Well, it was a little bit more, like, "Sir, I'd like you to go. I've got a friend who's a bard." Anyway, let me skip to the. We start drinking. I'm thinking that, maybe this might be my opportunity to get lucky with one of the fine ladies of Jeoen. And I find out that she was once in a daring adventure with a bard. Bard didn't sound like he was too amazing, but the adventure, that sounded very amazing. And she had my attention, and here I am.
Awesome. And Sean, who are you playing?
I am playing the great druid Irolo, one of the spirits of the great forest. Despises Irolo.
Irolo. The druid.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tell us about yourself.
A little crazy, certainly mischievous in the eyes of the civilized folk, but I believe in protecting all those great and good beings in the forest and in the power of the trees. And so, of course, I like to toy with and interfere with the workings of humanity and have started to increase a nice little reputation for myself.
Awesome.
And similar to civilization's threat upon nature, I'm intrigued by figures like the great Lord Cathrist, the dragon, people who've had amazing influence on the creatures and beings that live throughout the land.
Awesome. And Mr. McDaniel.
Yep.
Who will you be returning as?
I'm returning as Rock, the Paladin.
Rock the Paladin.
Rock. It's R-O-K. R-O-K. No C.
Oh.
Okay.
Rock. Me rock. Paladin.
He's not that dumb.
Cool.
No, very smart, actually. Just talk this way.
Let's see. Druid, Thief, Paladin, and Bard. Druid, Thief. Pull up the Paladin sheet. All right. So each of you go through, choose a name. You've done that. Choose your ability scores. Mark down your HP. Choose your alignment and your race. And then we'll go through our bonds together. All of you will start at level 1 with 3 XP, except for, of course, Lobelia, who starts at her current level. Mark down your gear as well. And then we'll talk about our bonds together. So.
It's gonna be interesting. So my bonds with the others, now since I'm like a character that has had previous bonds with other characters, what do I do? So obviously I don't owe Lady Amsel a favor anymore.
Indeed.
Because she's no longer with us.
You're actually going to strike out the bonds with your previous characters because
all of them then.
They're mostly dead.
Gone.
All right.
So while the others are creating their characters, Lobelia, did you memorialize Fink and Lady Amsel in any way once you got out of this death trap dungeon?
I definitely think I would have. I would have come back and let anyone who was a wizard of any type know of the story of Lady Amsel. I would make sure that any bard in the city, and that's probably how I found out and knew of Lord Wyman here, and I would have told him of the story of Lady Amsel and my take on it. Obviously, Duncan is somewhere out there in the world spreading lies. I would tell him of how victorious and wonderful she was and how she had done everything she could to save her party. And of course, I would go back to the cathedral and let them know and speak of Fink in great words. Yeah,
awesome.
And I would go back to Joan, J-O-N, the mayor, Joan, and I would let him know what had happened with Duncan and let him know that he's still alive, but that what he has done is unforgivable. Whether Joan himself forgives him or not, that may be a completely different story. I don't know. I don't know what secret may have happened in between the two of them. Maybe he came back and let him know of something different, but I'm definitely going to let him know my side of the story. And also, I'm going to return and tell Quiche, who I gave the...
Quiche, not quiche.
Quiche, sorry.
He makes good quiche.
Lovely quiche. I was, mixing that up there for a moment. Because I was thinking about the lovely quiche that he had made me previously when I had returned. I tell him that what had happened is I was unable to return with the money that he would like, but I give him 30 coin, from which I gathered from Sean Fink's original pack, and I tried to exchange that for the what do you call it?
The tapestry.
The tapestry that I had originally given him, and I tell him that I was unable to get him the riches and gold and jewels as he requested, but this is as much as I would have returned with, unfortunately.
Well, Fink waves away your coin and he says, No, Lobelia. I love that tapestry. It hangs above my bed now. And Fink was such a good man. He gave such great entertainment that night in our humble establishment, the Cat's Paw. I cannot take your money. And Lady Amsel, I remember her as well. Incredibly long-winded and bitingly intelligent. In fact, sometimes it seems maybe she spoke too much for her own good. In fact, I think that has probably played a factor in how she died, and you are not telling me everything there is to know about the death of this party, but I appreciate your gesture. I know for certain that this tapestry is not worth 30 coin. I will keep it. You keep your coin.
And Lobelia responds with, I'm very thankful that you are allowing me to keep this, even though you are correct that tapestry is not worth that, but the memory alone is definitely. I will cherish both of the memories of Fink and Lady Amsel, and I will avenge their death, and I will let you know when that has occurred.
He sheds a tear.
And I cry. I have like little tears coming down my face.
Absolutely.
We share a moment.
He pulls an aged, dusty bottle off the shelf. It says, Glenfrangie, 45. And he uncorks it, and a smell of almonds and spices fills the air immediately. He pours out 2 tiny glasses, and he holds it up, and he says, To Fink and Lady Amsel, and may that damn dirty bastard Duncan rot in hell. He cheers you, and he drinks his down. So, Lord Wyman.
Yes.
Tell me your stats.
My stats are going to be 8 strength, 9 dexterity, 15 con, 12 int, 13 wisdom, and 16 charisma.
Oh, yeah. Was 9 dexterity? Yeah. So that's -1, 0, +2.
No, +1, +0, +1, +2.
So hang on. 8, 9, 15.
Yeah.
So 8 is -1, 9 is 0, 15 is +2.
+1.
Oh, crap. Yeah, no, it has to be 16. And then 12 is 0, 13 is 1, and 16 is 2. Okay, good. And your current XP and max HP is
21.
21? Cool. What's your armor?
1.
1. What's your alignment?
It is chaotic.
Spur others to significant and unplanned decisive action. What's your race, Lord Wyman?
I am an elf.
When you enter an important location, your call, you can ask the GM for 1 fact from the history of that location. Very cool. You are level 1. You have 3 XP because you too, this is not your first rodeo. Tell me about your gear. What's your instrument?
So I want to ask you, do I have to choose something from here?
Nope.
I didn't, so.
Now, and also as an instrument, one of them, it says a songbook and a forgotten tongue. Is that a part of my, does that go under instrument? It looks weird where it is on the
It's over in the right column.
Oh,
yeah, if you look at gear.
That must be an instrument. Yeah.
I hope you'll play us music throughout this, Marcus.
Yeah, what am I fucking gonna do with this thing now?
And I, the paladin,
I think
played my
JP
battle
is gonna
horn.
have to like immediately mail that 1-day delivery to
No, I think it will be the songbook.
Okay. And how about your clothing?
Will be leather armor.
Okay, so let's see here. I want to clarify this. I'm making a ruling where it says choose your blank. You can take one or both, one or more of those options. Where it says choose one, you have to take only one of those. So, do you want to take both leather armor and ostentatious clothes?
No.
All right. What is your armament?
A worn bow,
Yeah.
a bundle of arrows, and a short sword.
Cool. And choose one. Which is it?
Obviously, it is the halfling pipe leaf.
Such a good choice. Pipe leaf.
Wait, are you
So-
a halfling? Sorry, I just.
No, he's an elf.
Yeah,
Right?
you're
He's an elf.
No, but later on, I'll sing you some tales about how marvelous the halfling pipeweed is.
See, this is probably. I love him even more.
So this is a mechanical thing. It has 6 uses, costs 5 coins. When you share halfling pipe leaf with someone, expend 2 uses and take +1 forward to parlay with them. So parlay is a negotiation tactic you can only use when you have leverage over someone. But using pipe leaf allows you to parlay basically for free. Cool. And your moves are arcane art, bardic lore. Which is your area of expertise?
Oh, my area of expertise is in spells and magics.
Of course. All right, let me hear from our druid.
Oh, yeah.